Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, some of you. This is a very special program. And as such, I encourage anybody who is going to see this program to send it to Biafra Unity TV, Akbarama Soni, Faith Ogala, Owa Sophia, Nsima, Nsofo, Henrietta, Dr. Nelly, including anybody who is a media. Anybody who is a media, also send this message to the people who are defending the DOS, starting from July 27, 2021, or after July 27, 2021. This is a guideline because we saw what happened on Monday when the Autopiloters have a joint program. We also saw what happened yesterday. You know what I'm saying now? And this is one of the reasons why that I was trying so hard to be in that platform, just like the very day, just like, or not, that is, or didn't know can solve our problem. But the people within them will not allow it to happen. If you remember the day that Nsima and some other coastal region had a program with Paul Achebe, and Paul Achebe, I told Paul Achebe, I said, This is how you are supposed to be conducting program, which is I'm going to make it clear here for everybody to be able to learn on these things. And believe you me honestly, if you apply these things, you will never have a misunderstanding. You will never have a misunderstanding. That particular day that Paul Achebe was having program with Nsima and the rest of the people, he did not apply this method. You know what I'm saying now? This method, he did not apply this method. That is why you begin to see that people are barging into each other. Barging into each other. Now, number one, in the issue of this joint autopilot, which every other person is gonna learn from it. And they also send this message to Methuselah. Send it to him. You know what I'm saying now? Send it to him. Send it to anybody at all. Because Methuselah just called me just about a few minutes ago when I was preparing this program. And I picked up. He was very happy that he saw me picked up. He said, oh, but other people or other medias who are feeling that they are big boys, you are not body. In this struggle, you are not body until we get what we want. Once we get what we want, then you can become whatever I want to become. He was surprised that I picked up. And the first question that he asked me, if I'm an autopilot, the thing when you call somebody, do not ask that person if you are an autopilot or in the side of DOS. Open a discussion. From your discussion and your investigation, you can be able to know if the person is on the truth. Because for me, autopilot is the people who stand on the truth. Immediately, I caught the call. I don't even know that he was him. Because he just called me and said, are you an autopilot? The thing will me, I cut off the call. Then he called back again. And he said that he's sorry. I told him that, do you know the reason why I picked the call? Because we are in a freedom fighting. That is why I picked your call the second time. You know what I'm saying now? Then when he began to ask me, in this side of the truth that you are, what have you achieved? About to open my mouth to begin to speak, he barged in again. And I said to him, we cannot have this program. You are going to set a date when we are going to have this program. And there is a program that I'm about to do right now that after I'm going to send it to you so that you can be able to understand that this is how exactly how programs have been run without having misunderstanding. You can say, but the God-given wisdom behind Jalwalo, and that is why I'm telling you. Now, first of all, in the issue of a joint autopilot broadcast, first of all, which I know you have already, you must have a media group on a Signal or Telegram. You know what I'm saying now? They don't want us to have this program, but we must have it. They don't want us to have it. They don't want us to have this program, but we must have it. We must have this program. 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 Just hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Just hold on, please. Let me. So let me be saying what I'm saying. You first of all must have a media group. A media group. In this media group, people who are going to come in because why would you allow people to come in through that media platform? Is to upgrade more who have interest. How do I can make program? How do I can make program? My internet is program. But we must. We must. I was trying to come in. Technique here and there. I cannot be able to come in. Up until what happened yesterday. Give me a moment. Go here and watch him. I'm telling you honestly. Some people, some personality. It is not about personality. It has nothing to do with personality. Nothing. It has nothing to do with personality, because without the Afro freedom, you are nobody. Other person is gonna learn from it. And also send this message to Methuselah. Send it to him. You know what I'm saying now? Send it to him. Send it to anybody at all. Because Methuselah just called me just about a few minutes ago when I was preparing this program. And I picked up. He was very happy that he saw me picked up. He said, oh, but other people or other medias who are feeling that they are big boys, you are not body. In this struggle, you are not body until we get what we want. Once we get what we want, then you can become whatever I want to become. He was surprised that I picked up. And the first question that he asked me, if I'm an autopilot, the thing Walamala, when you call somebody, do not ask that person if you are an autopilot or in the side of DOS. Open a discussion. From your discussion and your investigation, you can be able to know if the person is on the truth. Because for me, autopilot is the people who stand on the truth. Immediately, I caught the call. I don't even know that he was him. Because he just called me and said, are you an autopilot? The thing will me, I cut off the call. Then he called back again. And he said that he's sorry. I told him that, do you know the reason why I picked the call? Because we are in a freedom fighting. That is why I picked your call the second time. You know what I'm saying now? Then when he began to ask me, in this side of the truth that you are, what have you achieved? About to open my mouth to begin to speak, he barged in again. And I said to him, we cannot have this program. You are going to set a date when we are going to have this program. And there is a program that I'm about to do right now, that after I'm going to send it to you, so that you can be able to understand that this is how exactly how programs have been run without having misunderstanding. Look and say, but the God-given wisdom behind your, and that is why I'm telling you. Now, first of all, in the issue of a joint autopilot broadcast, first of all, which I know you have already, you must have a media group on a Signal or Telegram. You know what I'm saying now? They don't want us to have this program, but we must have it. They don't want us to have it. They don't want us to have this program, but we must have it. We must have this program. 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 Just hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. Just hold on, please. Let me be saying what I'm saying. You first of all must have a media group. A media group. In this media group, people are going to come in, because why would you allow people to come in through that media platform? Is to upgrade more people who have interest. These people, they don't want me to do this. How do I can make program? How do I can make program? My internet is okay. They don't want me to do this program. They don't want me to do this program, but we must do it. We must try to come in. I was trying to come in. Technique here and there. I cannot be able to come in. Up until what happened yesterday. But just give me a moment. I'm telling you honestly. Some people might be thinking that what we are doing, it's about personality. It is not about personality. It has nothing to do with personality. Nothing. It has nothing to do with personality, because without the Afro freedom, you are nobody. Without the Afro freedom, you are nobody. We must continue. Just, if they allow you to go, then no problem. Now, first of all, you must have a media group in a Signal or Telegram. In this media group, you must allow people to come in. What you are discussing in that particular platform is nothing but only, you say no sound. This one say no sound. I don't understand. I don't understand. You say no sound. Oh my goodness. Please, can anybody hear me from this side? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. You say no sound. You say no sound. Please, I need a confirmation. I need a confirmation. I need a confirmation. Is my voice coming out? Is my voice coming out? Please. Because I don't want to stay here too long. I don't want to stay here too long. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, Like, okay, when I'm telling you honestly, and this is not just in autopilot, because the reason why that I caught the call from Methuselah, he couldn't allow me to speak. I'm about to open my mouth. He just jumped in. And I say to him, with this, we cannot have this program. What you are going to do, you give me a date. You know what I'm saying now? Secondly, there is a program that I'm doing right now in order to direct all the medias. It doesn't matter where you belong. Having this direction, implementing this direction, you can now be able to have whatever that you want to benefit from that particular program. You know what I'm saying now? Number one, the issue of autopilot joint program. You must have a media group, Signal or Telegram. In this media group, Telegram, you are going to allow people to come in because there are people who are interested in the media. You know what I'm saying now? This is what I did. Immediately after the NSAL failed, I opened this platform, the Biafra TV/radio, in order to bring people from coastal region on the media, because I saw that a lot of people in coastal Biafra are not into the struggle in the media. You know what I'm saying now? Which I contacted a lot of people. You understand? And we did a lot of programs back then. Very well conducted and educative. Those who are following me, we will know what I'm talking about. So you have this Signal group or Telegram that people are going to come in. You open that platform. That is number one. Number two is, what is the type of topic that you are going to discuss? You must have a key point, a particular point that this is the main thing that you want to discuss about. You know what I'm saying? Now, then after that, in that particular topic, if that need being for you all to go and make a research about that topic, so that you can be able to bring more facts and figures to back it up. You know what I'm saying now? Then that is one. Another thing is, how many of you will be in that program? If it's 6 people that will be on that program, then 6 people will be on that program officially. You know what I'm saying now? And anybody who did not make his or her own research will not join that program. Secondly, each and every one of these individuals who are going to participate in this program, they will bring at least 3 or 4 questions that they want the presenter, in this case Biafra Unity TV. So they are going to Mr. A or Mr. A will say, I want you to ask me these questions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He will pass it to the whoever that is going to anchor that program. You know what I'm saying now? Mr. B will do the same individually. Now, in this case, Biafra Unity TV will now put it on a list. You know what I'm saying now? Apart from the main subject that they want to talk about. That is another one. Then you now talk about having a scheduled time. What time are you having this program? In this case, 7 p.m. for example. If it's 7 p.m. Biafran time, then you know that this is 7 p.m. Biafran time. Because this is why it's not when somebody will just sit in the motor. Because this joint program, you see joint program is the one of the best program. Very, very educative. But if you don't apply this thing that I'm talking right now, you saying now, you will see the program will be crashing. When we are having that program, but let me not go into that. Schedule your time. Now, you have to be there. Everybody have to be there. 10 minutes before the scheduled time. You have to be in that studio. Before you go live, then you have a little bit chit chat, a little bit discussion. You know what I'm saying now? When you have every little greet one another, then if you are going live, then you are going live. This is another one. Then another one is I've already talked about, you have to allow people, other people who are interested in becoming a media presenter. I've already said that you are going to allow them to join into that media, that a media group. How are you going to find out if these medias that you are bringing in, if they are genuine or not? It is from what they said from their mouth. And I'm going to tell you how you're going to catch them. Because how you're going to catch them is one of the things that Master Nnamdi Kanu said. Which he said, when you are coming to listen to me in Radio Biafra, if you don't come with your pen and paper, you are not going to learn anything. I'm going to come down. So, allowing people to come in, why having a program? It is what comes out from their mouth is how you are going to need if this person is genuine or not. You know what I'm saying now? This is how to bring more people in. Then, how are you going to find out if they are genuine? Is by detecting every word that comes out of their mouth by writing. And this job is for everybody, more especially in this case, Biafra Unity TV. You know what I'm saying now? The other guests are also going to have their own pen and book. Because when Mr. A is speaking, and Mr. B is not comfortable with what Mr. A is talking about, You don't not need to barge in. Makonka ne watch monte. Nka ne watch monte. You don't need to barge in. You don't need to barge in, begin to talk. No, you don't do that. You cannot do that. I'm telling you honestly, what you have your pen, have your book, begin to jot every goddamn thing that is coming out from that person's mouth. The point that you want, you understand? Those places that you're not comfortable with, jot it down. When it gets to your turn, once it gets to your turn, then you use your time in order to do what? In order to debunk those things with facts and figures, not insult. With facts and figures. It will now become, so whoever that you have tried to correct, or you don't agree with what he or she is saying, the person also will be picking points from what you are saying. So it will now become a debate. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, if you have a scheduled time that you are going to end this program in 1 hour, have it in mind that it's not going to be 1 hour. It might be 3 hours. Because Mr. A wants to prove to the Mr. B that what he stands for is exactly what he believes in. You know what I'm saying now? What he stands for is exactly what he believes in. So Mr. A is also putting point, picking point. He is not going to say anything because it's not his turn yet. It is not his turn yet. Let me get this thing so that I can be able to be showing you this thing. I'm telling you honestly, on a woman is we win. When a woman is we win, Anyam Norona, Anyam Norona, Anyam better be you will. Anyam better be you will. Now, why Mr. A is picking his point? He will not say until Mr. B finishes whatever she or he is saying. And all of these things is being done with a time. What is the time? You know what I'm saying now? What is the time? Are you allowed to show your face? It's a question. If you allow to show your face, then you must have a smartphone. In this smartphone, go to timer. Go to timer. Timer. Put that timer on a loud. So whatever you discuss, you agreed. What time did you agree? Because it's a collective effort. During this discussion that I just mentioned before, then you are going to say everybody will have 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, no, 1 minute, or first round 3 minutes, second round. It depends how you agreed. You know what I'm saying? And there must not be cheating. And how are you going to do that? Is either you have a second phone, put it on a lamp, you understand? Show it. That is if your face is showing. But in the case of Biafra Unity TV, what do you do? Simply go to YouTube, type in, for example, 3 minutes timer. You are going to see a video without sound. So instead of putting any other picture or instead of you to not to put, even if you put any other picture there, you are going to do what? You can still play that video. You can still play that video. Now, how do you do that? Just go and download it. For example, look at this one. This video now is 3 minutes video. It's 3 minutes video. So it's already there is video. So Mr. B, your time starts. You click. Begin to count. So as Mr. B is talking, Mr. B will be looking at the time. Once he gets to the time, Mr. B don't even need to, you don't even need the anchorer to say stop, because he or she is looking at that particular time. You understand? It should be counting. This is video. But if your face is showing that you can show your face, you can simply do what? Just show it like this. So simple as ABCD. So simple as ABCD. Now, another thing is having your pen. I've already said that. Have your pen. Have your pen and paper. With this pen and paper, you can be able to be jotting the point. Maybe you have a point. Somebody talked about a point that you want to add more light to that particular point, so that you can have more meaning. If you agree with this, what this person said, and his analysis, you can pick a point from there, add it more light. If you don't agree, you can pick a point, give your own definition of explanation, about that same thing. You know what I'm saying now? So this is how media presenter is being done without having a misunderstanding. Without having a misunderstanding. Without having a misunderstanding. That is why I said to Methuselah that I'm also going to send him this message, because when he called, he plays such a character. And I said, I cannot have a program with people like you. I cannot. And I will not. I'm going to send this thing for him through the number that he called me, for him to watch and listen. And I don't want to go much. I don't want to take much time. We are now 22 minutes. Okay, let me come back on your son. Come back on your son. Now, another point is this. You have to reshuffle the presentation. It is not every time Biafra Unity TV. No. Because what we are doing, we are not professional in what we are doing. You also say now, we are integrating each and every. So there must be a room for everyone, even though the person is shy. I cannot do. Encourage him, encourage her. Let her do it. Let him do it. It is your turn today. So it is not a burden that one person will just carry this burden, and some people or other people outside will be seeing it as that he is the only one. No. You have to be reshuffled. You have to be reshuffled. Encourage her, encouraging, because all of us are still learning. All of us are still learning. Then why reshuffling it and why having those points? You can now have opportunity to have a little debate, without having misunderstanding. So, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu said, if your argument supersede my own, I hands off. So simple. So simple. Those who have been following me for a very long time, when we are having this joint program, we never ever have a problem. I have been able to correct two brothers. One said that for us to become a Muslim will not stop us to have our freedom. And I went back to that point. It is because I have my beak and my pain. I went back to that point and I tried to correct him, because the benefit of these things, having pen and paper to jot these things down, is because you can be able to correct a brother or a sister if she or he do what? Made a statement that is not good. You understand what I'm saying now? Because all of us are one family. But if you are in an enemy camp and you make such a statement, they will pick it. Do you see the reason why that what I'm teaching you right now, if you apply it, you understand what I'm saying now? It is going to go, it is going to yield more fruit. Because joint program is one of the best programs so far. You see, joint program is one of the best, but if you don't apply these things, these rules, this mechanism, you see that it is going to crash. That program is going to crash. That program is going to crash. I've already talked about the moderator mustn't be only one person. I've already talked about that. So it has to be scheduled, and the moderator have his own time to speak. If you want to speak, he goes on the same rules that other people are going to, which is what? 3 minutes. Let me start it so you can see that it's actually 3 minutes. Look, it's actually 3 minutes. He will go the same procedures every other person. It is not when moderator is giving other people 2 minutes or 3 minutes, and when he or she wants to speak, he will take 5 minutes. No. You have to go, because everything have to go round. And so also moderator have to go round. Everything have to go round. So it can have a balance. If you don't do that, then this one will be thinking that there's a lot of things that I want to say, and you give me 2 minutes. You give this one 5 minutes. No, unless if the person by himself finish whatever he wants to talk or she wants to talk in 2 minutes, then it is not your fault. But the person might maybe want to talk something like 5 minutes. No, the limit is 3 minutes. Those ones who cannot be able to speak up to that 3 minutes, if they take 1 minute, then it's okay. The next person takes up. This is how it's been done. This is how it's been done. This is how it's been done. Difficult. It is very, very difficult task. It is not somebody just come up and begin to sit, or you're in your car, you begin to blah, 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 blah. You need to get yourself prepared. Or you just come back from work, you begin to talk. No, you need to get yourself prepared. You need to get yourself prepared. So, moderator can now be asking questions from those jotting that he is making or she is making. And when you are making, if Mr. A is talking and there are places that you don't agree with him, because you also as a moderator, mainly your job is to ask questions. So that is why you have to focus on Mr. A, B, C, D, E, F. You focus. If Mr. A is talking, you just write Mr. A, whatever his name is. Then, whatever the point that you want to talk about, you want to ask, you want him to make more clarification on those points, you just jot it down. Then be watching, listening. He make another point. If he finishes his point, say, Mr. A, I'm coming back to you. Over to you, Mr. B. Then Mr. B will be talking. As you are working, every other person is working at the same time. Then Mr. B, you write Mr. B. As Mr. B is talking, you are jotting. When you get to the point of Mr. A again, you will now say, Mr. B, you say that this and this and this is this and this. Can you give us more clarification on this? Or you say that this is this. Why? Then Mr. B will now begin again to give more clarification on those things or give it more light. If you apply this, that is the reason why I am looking for Hausa people. The people that can speak Hausa. I am desperately looking for people that can speak Hausa. You know what I'm saying now? My Hausa might not be good, might not, but those ones who are Hausas, once I speak, they understand every word. You know what I'm saying now? That is why I'm desperately looking for people that can be able to speak Hausa, so that I can be able, you can be able to see how programs are being done, and other things that I want to do to make sure that all these suppress, that they are suppressing me. I want a situation where I'm making a program about 4,000 Biafrans will be watching me. You know what I'm saying now? This is the kind of thing that I want. You know what I'm saying? About 4,000 Biafrans will be watching me. This is exactly what I want. But because of the suppress from the Nigerian government suppressing the Facebook, they don't allow us in order to do what? To have this opportunity. But if it's people who are doing all manner of nonsense, you will see numbers 9,000, 10,000, 15,000 listeners. But because that we are Biafrans, we are fighting for the freedom of our people, they keep on suppressing us. But God will always find a way, which I am also working on. And when we get to this house of people, then you will now see how programs are being conducted. When this kind of program is being conducted, you see Nigerian government, Allah, if you apply this mechanism, this thing that I just told you right now, Allah Nigerian government. I'm telling you honestly, because you are going to do a lot. You are going to do a lot. And also, if you are also having a debate with anybody, you can also see that applying these tactics, you're also saying now, even if that person is a wayo, even if that person is covering the truth, you will open him to the world to see. You understand what I'm saying now? Because you are using critical and logistic thinking towards whatever that you are talking about. You know what I'm saying now? I still remember as I came and Kendall watching again. A bona fide active member of IPOB and also an active financial member as well. Serving the indigenous people of Biafra through media, evangelists, and also in media. Shalom.